They say if you're not innovating, you're falling behind, and that's particularly true in the area of transportation. So many new technologies are emerging that are changing the way we think about mobility. And in this region, one of the premier organizations that's leading the way in this innovative new thinking is KCATA.
This is an important piece of our community that all of us have to be proud of, and not just, again, saying just this bus, but it is what are we doing outside the bus that actually matters. And that's what we continue to see with the leadership in KCATA.
You know, we need to look at public transit for the next 50 years, not the last 20. And that's what we've decided to do.
And we wanted to be more than just a bus company. We really wanted to reach out and do something that's great in Kansas City. So we started looking out of the bus and looking out of the box a little bit about innovation.
I'm all about collaboration, and their RideKC is a prime example of that. That means that there is access to public transportation from one end of town to the other end of town, which is very vital for the well-being of our community.
It makes sense when you can consolidate and do those things, because then you're speaking as one voice instead of a lot of segmented voices.
I remember, 3 years ago, sitting in meetings where we didn't even have a map of all the different transit systems all put together, which is highly unusual. So we've come from there to where we are now, to where RideKC and the KCATA are bringing together an innovative approach to public transit. Again, looking at public transit for the next 50 years. That includes technology, that includes different kinds of services.
Having strong leadership is extremely important, and when you think about KCATA's board of directors, and of course Robbie, who has been at the helm and has worked extremely hard to pull a lot of things together, they're actually listening. They're actually taking in the advice of the customers who are riding the buses every day and utilizing the number of systems that they have.
We are starting to really get a laser-like focus on what the rider experience is. When we start looking at what we're able to provide for the citizens, for our visitors to our city, people within the region, there's just tremendous opportunity to really deliver a holistic, a unified, and a seamless experience for how they kind of ingest transportation.
And for us to realize that it's just not, the bus of the past. This is certainly the bus of the future that's not only transforming and connecting people from a riding standpoint, but it's transforming the entire community. From the sidewalks to curves to businesses that are growing along many of our corridors.
All along that line of transit, you will see economic development. It's an economic development generator.
It's important for us to understand that it's not just about putting four wheels on the street anymore. Now the ATA can get involved and help develop the corridor too, and it's important not just from a transit standpoint. It's important from a community development standpoint, from an economic development standpoint, from a public safety standpoint.
What makes me proud of our bus system in KCATA and the leadership is that they continue to find innovative ways, just as they have with making sure that every person in our community has the access and opportunity to be able to ride the bus. If it is young people in the Kansas City, Missouri public schools, or if it's the veterans who are going to be able to ride the bus for free. This is a way to get people out of their cars and not necessarily polluting our environment, but a way for us to get to and from work and to and from recreational activities, and it's something that we as a region certainly should be proud of. And I can tell you, certainly we as a city council and the mayor of this great city are all proud of the great work that they continue to do.
Our region has entered an era of collaboration, cooperation, and innovation that's unprecedented in our recent history. KCATA's leadership in this new era will have a positive impact on our region for many years to come.